All right, guys, so check this out. This is a sluice. S-L-E-U-C-E, I believe, right?
S-L-U-I-C-E.
Oh, S-L-U-I-C-E, sluice. Just like juice, but it's sluice.
Right.
There you go. And so this, as you see, it has an open, like a V area. This is where the water's going to flow through here. Actually, when it comes through, it'll form another V inside here. And it'll go over these things here, they're like little ridges. And it has these little extra little catches. So what it does is, this catches, as the water it's going to flow over this thing. As it flows over, it's going to catch all the heavy stuff. It's going to sit down. And this actually helps to stop it. And this helps, otherwise it'll just flow right on, flow right past it. But when it hits this, it'll stop it if it's heavy. If it's not heavy, it'll just go fly right over it. And that's kind of like what a sluice does, correct?
In a way, you're correct. But it also creates low pressure zones.
Okay.
Little mini tornadoes.
Ah.
And that tornado is going upstream.
Oh, really?
So the water's coming over the riffle, and when it comes over the riffle, there's a low pressure zone right here that it's pulling everything that direction. And it's forcing the gold to get down to the bottom.
Oh, so
those low pressure zones are what keep the gold from coming out of the box.
Oh, so it's basically a dual thing. This helps it to stop it, and then it also creates at the same time, it creates a little tornado that helps to keep it there.
Little mini vortexes.
Little mini vortexes, very nice. And
okay.
Then, so now we're going to now you can see right here the water's flowing. So you got to find a nice spot where the water's flowing, otherwise it doesn't work.
Right.
And you want to set this down right here.
Yep.
And as you can see, if you get it just right, I don't know if you can see this, see that it forms actually a V in the water right here. You want to come a little closer, you can see the V in the water. And actually creates and as it flows, see that this water is hitting this spot, this water is hitting this spot, and it actually makes it, they split out and they come back again and make another V. See that? So it's like a double V.
Now see where the low pressure zones are?
Yeah, so that's what's forcing, that's actually what's forcing down the gold. The
watch what happens when you put the dirt in. And you can see the low pressure zones, and the rocks are moving upstream underneath there.
Ha!
So if the gold makes it past this place, the inspection mat, and it makes it over that first riffle, it's the first thing to get under that first riffle because it's super heavy.
Wow.
And it keeps it in the box. Unless you turn the box upside down, it wouldn't lose it. And
the benefit of this is, so panning, when prospecting with the pan is very fun, but if you have a big area, a lot of stuff to go through, it could take you a long time. With the sluice, you can do a lot of stuff very quickly, right? Yeah.
So let's say 2 scoops is 1 pan.
Yes.
And it took me that long to pan it out. A normal person, maybe you get 6 or 7 pans done in an hour.
Wow.
All right? With this, you can do 100 gold pans full of dirt in 1 hour. And your chances of getting more gold go up because you're moving more dirt, more rocks.
Of course, definitely.
So
now you all want to find more gold, so that's the secret, right? Find as much gold as you can.
Well, when you're mining it, you want to catch them all.
Yeah, of course. Just like Pokemon, catch them all.
Exactly. So here's a half a pan, and there's another half of the pan. And you just keep feeding your dragon. That's what I call this, my dragon. Because dragons they like gold. And if you feed them too fast, they get fat and lazy. So you don't want to just dump it in like that.
That's too much, yeah.
Now, you don't want it to starve either. You want to keep putting...
Keep flowing, keep it like a nice flow, right?
Exactly, so you get more gold that way. So by the time I get done with this bucket, I want another bucket ready to go so he doesn't starve. Yeah. See how go ahead, sprinkle it in there like that.
So just scoop it in here.
Yep.
And then kind of sprinkle it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And try it again. And sprinkle it in there.
And if there's any gold in there, we'll see it. Don't bump the box.
Gotta watch out. Can't be. Don't make the mistake I did. Knock over your sluice.
There's 3 rules about the sluice box. The first rule is don't step in front. The second rule is don't step in it. And the third rule is don't poke at the gold.
Those are all good rules, actually.
I'll put this rock on there and it'll keep it down. If you bump it, it won't move.
Okay.
There we go.
All these tips. See.
I think I see a piece too.
Wow.
I do see some gold in there already.
See, this is paying off already. This is wonderful. And again, we're in Jamestown, and it's like so much history here for gold. It's amazing. Again, the way it started back in 1848.
Yep.
So again, this is Woods Creek. It started with Benjamin Woods, and all these years later, we're still finding gold. In fact, every time it rains, the water rushes down from the mountain and it uncovers more gold. So a lot of folks come here right after it rains every time because they find fresh batches of gold, right?
Yeah, because the rocks roll around and bust up, and if there's gold inside the rocks,
Yeah.
It gets out into the dirt.
Yeah, so if you want to go prospecting, go after it rains. That's a tip.
Well, yeah, that's a good thing. But imagine.
But if you go in the summertime, it's nice. It's a lot of fun too. It's a lot more fun.
Oh,
It's
it's a
sunny.
lot more fun. Well, if it's too hot, you still got water to get wet with.
That's true.
You know, it's the swamp cooler with a wet T-shirt on.
That's right.
So anyway,
So now we have this here going in this. Now what do we do with the rocks that are here now?
all right. So now you fill your bucket up with water. Fill your bucket up with water.
Okay.
Set it down right here. Right like that. Now, take that rock off.
Okay.
And
All right. So we're taking the rock off. We're lifting the sluice up.
bring it up head first. Oh, look at all that gold.
Oh, I see gold right in there. We can see
Right
gold
there.
right there.
We only did like a little bucket. Can you see it?
Come on, come over. Take this out right here. There's a gold flake right there, and there's a little one there. So they're like little tiny.
Yep.
They're all over the place there. See
That tells me we're getting some gold anyway.
So
Now we put it in the bucket and rinse it out. Get everything you can into the bucket. So we can take it apart real easy.
Okay.
So now we'll just put it on this rock and take the riffles out.
So these are called riffles.
Riffles with an F, not a P. Rinse that off. Then we'll take the Hungarian riffles, and each one of those makes a little vortex. That's why they're down there. I guess a Hungarian guy invented it.
You like hungry.
Then you take the miner's moss out.
The miner's moss.
And they used to take moss from the trees and the rocks and grass roots and stuff. And they'd put it down in the bottom in the long tom. And then they'd put rocks in there holding sticks down.
Wow.
And it'd be a long, long thing.
So a long time is just a really long version of this.
Yeah. And they'd gather up the miners.
Right?
They'd gather up the moss after a week of digging, running dirt through it over the top of that moss. And they'd gather up the moss and they'd make a fire. And they'd burn the moss and pan the ashes.
Oh, wow.
And that's what they still call it, miner's moss. They even color it green. It's really carpet, and that's more friction.
Like astroturf.
Yeah, I see a piece of gold right there.
Oh yeah, I see it right there.
See it? Right there. Okay, so now you take the miner's moss out and you rinse it out. And you get it all cleaned off. Yo-yo, this is called a yo-yo.
Yeah, you could go up and down like a yo-yo,
Yep.
right?
And then you scratch the bottom, and you turn it over and you scratch the bottom into the bucket, see? Because this would be where the gold's at, so you have to scratch that side. And you get it in the water and you go like this. Ah! Well, you don't really have to do that, but it's fun. Ah! Okay. So that gets all the stuff that was on the miner's moss out.
Okay.
Then you wash it the rest of the way.
So basically getting every last bit of dirt out there and every bit, so nothing is left behind.
Then you put it back together. Miner's moss first, Hungarian riffles second, and then the riffles on top of that stuff.
And you lock it down, right?
And you lock it down. You want to lock it down?
Yeah, just lock it down here.
Okay, it's got clamps on it.
Yeah.
There you go. They clip on, and that's how you clean it up real fast.
Oh, nice.
So if we did 30 buckets, which is 1 yard of dirt, if we did 30 buckets, we'd only have 1 pan to do.
Really?
Exactly. So that's why we use a sluice box. We don't have to pan all that dirt out.
That's a lot less work to do.
Exactly.
Always work smart, not work hard, right?
That's right. That's why I got that chair over here. So now we got our concentrates.
Okay.
They are concentrated to just the heavy stuff. And if we did 30 buckets of dirt, full buckets, we'd only have that much in there to be all the gold out of all that dirt.
Wow.
Okay, so now let's pan it out.
So now we go back to the pan. After we sluiced all that stuff out, we go back to the pan and just get down the gold. And see, now hopefully this should give us more gold than this pan by itself.
Well, yeah. Not necessarily.
If we get the right stuff. If we had a spot where there was gold.
Never count your chickens till they hatch.
That's true. But if we find, well, I know that we saw some gold already, so there is some gold.
All right, here we go. Yeah, we saw some, so there's definitely gold in there. So now we get the pan, we put it under the water, and put a rock in it. to hold it there. Then we put the bucket in the pan so nothing can get out of the pan. We just splash water up in there and get all the dirt and gold, whatever.
So right now he's splashing water in the bucket, and you see that now the bucket's clean. And
oops, sorry.
Okay. And so the dirt went straight down. It hit the pan right here in the water, and the dirt went straight down from the bucket into the pan because we put the bucket right over the pan.
Get that big rock out.
Because again, gold is heavy, so it's not going to float away. It's just going to sink straight to the
right.
bottom. That's why we know by doing that, nothing's going to wash away. We're not going to lose any gold.
Then you shake it, go around in circles, stratification. Stratify your dirt first. There's not much clay in here, but I can still go up. There is a little bit, look.
Yeah.
Okay, let's clean it out a
Again, we're
little
cleaning
bit.
it up.
Get the clay out first, then shake it. That gets the gold on the bottom. Then start tilting it forward like we're going to pour it out. And then stop. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stop. Shake, 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 stop.
Just like dancing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stop. And shake, shake, shake. 1, 2, 3. It's like
You find the rhythm.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Shake, shake, shake. A 1, 2.
Now, how
three.
many years did it
Shake,
take you
shake,
to
shake.
learn how to get this down pat?
Well, at first when I started panning, it took me a whole hour for one pan. Now I can do it in like less than 1 minute.
Wow.
That's because I practiced.
But yeah, you're doing, like I said, many years you've been doing this, right?
And you get more confidence.
Yeah.
If you practice, you get more confidence. No matter what you do in the world, if you practice, if you're doing the piano,
Definitely.
you get more confidence and it sounds prettier. It's the same thing. So you practice this trick like this, or this rhythm,
Yeah.
and now we got black sand. That black sand is sometimes magnetic.
Oh, so you can actually probably pull it right out with a magnet.
Right. Okay, let's go over here and walk the dog, see what kind of gold we got. Shake it into one spot, make a smiley face, flatten it out. Then I'm going to walk the dog.
So that means it's going back and forth slowly.
And never give up till you finish. All I see is black sand so far. Oh, there's the gold starting to pop out. See it?
Yeah.
And you just keep doing that. Be patient, because this is concentrates. There's more heavies in the pan. Oh, there's 5 or 6 of them.
Look at
And
that.
there's lots of little ones too.
Look at all those little gold pieces in there. They're beautiful.
Oh, that one's trying to get away. I'm going to do the belly bounce. Come on, everybody, out of the pool. Okay, now they're all up there on the top of the pan where they're supposed to be, up here. And I still got lots of impurities in there, so I'm trying to get all those black sand away from the gold. That wasn't gold. Pretty soon all I'm going to have is gold there. They don't like to move like everything else, huh?
No, they want to sit still.
So now I'll belly bounce them up into one little line.
And so he does that so that way he keeps everything down below. And he belly bounces that keeps this stuff down below and he just moves this around.
We don't want any dirt with our gold.
No.
Now we use a snuffer bottle.
A snuffer bottle. Now, how does this work?
It's a suction device. So you push it, you squeeze it out like that.
Squeeze the air out, and that's going to.
And you put it over where the gold is, and you let go.
Oh, look at that! That's
and
a
it
trick.
sucks all the gold up. And then you don't have to use the dry finger wet gold.
Ah, it's a trick of the trade.
How
Use
fast
bottle,
I did
suck
that!
it right up.
Right?
A lot easier.
Okay, now there's no more gold in here. I got all the gold out, and I did it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So now let's get it in the bottle. Oh, where's your bottle?
The bottle right here. Get that bottle out.
Okay, open it up for me. And put it in the pan and hold the pan afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. Take the lid off.
Now watch this trick. How does this work?
See, what happens is the gold comes up the straw. It gets out of the straw inside the bottle and it can't get back in there because it's so heavy.
Yeah. Oh.
So now all I have to do is take the lid off and take the straw out and put the lid on like this, and now it'll come straight out the hole.
Ah.
Right into our bottle.
Oh, it just floats right. It just sinks right down.
It gets right straight through the hole now, see? There's nothing to hold it in.
Nice.
And then you put the lid on.
Put the lid right there.
Now we can look at how much gold we
Wow,
got.
look how much gold we got now.
Yeah, look
That's amazing.
straight down at it.
That
There
is
you
truly
go.
amazing.
That's better. Okay, so if we're getting that kind of gold in this area, there's pretty rich ground. In Alaska, they're looking for $7 a yard,
Really?
which is 30 buckets. There might be $7 worth of gold in that much right there.
Wow. That's incredible. That little bit, like $7 right there,
this
$7.
would, if you fill this up, it would be a half ounce. And today's prices is $1,900 an ounce.
Wow.
So, did you have fun?
Oh, of course. This is wonderful.
Did you learn anything?
I learned a lot today, actually.
That's what I wanted to hear. As a teacher, that's all I can ask for.
This is awesome. You know what? If you guys get a chance, I don't know. Now, they have panning places, I'm sure, all across the country, wherever you're at, and even a place around the world.
Not very many have a creek, though.
No, they don't all have creeks, but if you can find a place near where you're at, I recommend go and do panning. If you're in California, Northern California, you want to come up here to Jamestown and do California. This is Prospecting Adventure, California Adventure, or Prospect Mining?
Gold Prospecting Adventures.
Gold Prospecting Adventure, that's the one. So if you're in California, if you're in Northern California, Jamestown, go to Gold Prospecting Adventures and
goldprospecting.com.
goldprospecting.com, and you might actually get to talk to Frying Pan Frank.
Frying Pan Frank.
Well, guys, we had a fun day today, a gold prospecting adventure here in Jamestown. If you come up here, if you get anywhere near here, I recommend checking the place out, and you might get to talk to Frying Pan Frank. And if you do, they'll show you how to go ahead and pan for gold like we just did today. But now's the time, like we do at the end of every video, when I'm gonna put this down for a second, put my bottle in my pocket, don't want to lose your bottle of gold. And we're gonna do the Explore Roar. So what do? We make the X on our chest for Explore, and then we get the Explore Roar. Ready? Explore! Feels good, doesn't it? It always feels good, just to let it all out. And you remember how do you spell my name? X-S-P-L-O-O-R, Explore. I'll see you guys again next week. Have fun and take care. Bye-bye.